Next honorable speaker is one of the best known figures from the Pakistani IT industry. Due to his incredible achievements as an IT entrepreneur, he has been cited as the Bill Gates of Pakistan. His amazing leadership and vision helped his organization to achieve the Asia Pacific ICT Association Award for the best financial product. Today, he will unfold the myth behind his success while talking to all of us on the topic of leadership from communication to execution. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome founder and CEO Netsol Technologies, Mr. Salim Ghauri.
Good evening. Khalsa, पैसे बता रहे हैं तेरे को husbands को बताना how to say as husband.
Nothing could be taught Salim there.
No, I found a way. I found a way to save money. दोस्त जब मुझे खड़े ले जाते हैं और we go out, somehow मैं हमेशा अपना wallet घर में जाता हूँ. I'm the wrong person to be this forum. Because I see people from all walks of life, all CEOs and heading company. I don't see myself fitting into this group. Because my profile doesn't fit at all. I'm not an IT graduate, but I'm still the founder of an IT company, a lifestyle company in Pakistan. I'm not an MBA. I'm not the CEO of a public company. I'm not a chartered accountant. I'm on the streets. Excuse me.
Video recording के लिए just.
I'm not HR group, but I maintain 1,500 people. That makes you a very accidental CEO. When Netsol was founded, there was no basic idea of how big it will become like today. So you just start something with grassroots, with very little financing, then you just work on it. Yes, of course the dreams are big, for sure. You close your eyes and you imagine, a few years' time you'll be somewhere up there, running a big company. But what is a big company? How do you run it? What does it take to run a big company? You're not an MBA, I'm not an MBA, I'm not an IT graduate, I don't have those skills. So what happens? So what do you do as companies grow? So start opening books, start buying books. Jack Welch winning, good to great, built to last. Salim Ghauri, I'm reading all those books. I'm trying to figure out, what do I do? What happens next to the company? What do I do with the people? How do I handle my customers? The three problems I faced when I started. Customer handling. Nobody taught me how to handle a customer. People. The biggest challenge was how to manage people. What do I do with them? The biggest problem was money. How do I manage the money coming in or going out? I had no background at all. Before Netsol, I was just an IT professional, running a single life, happy, making enough money to live a good life, and this is it. There was no need for me to read books, to run something bigger than my own self. Here I am. I'm in a position where I have to start taking decisions, hiring people, managing money. These books, okay, they're good books, but they don't work in Pakistan environment. It's a totally different environment. I keep reading, I'm trying to figure out. Please tell me this book. I open it. No, it's not telling me. So I accepted. I was not the smartest guy at all. I realized, and I said, okay, Salim, accept you're not the smartest. So what do? Who will teach you? Who will teach me? The people. The people who are hired. I hired, and I said, okay, so what do? I used to come to office, new business, always lost, always lost, always I'm walking, but I don't know where I'm walking because my mind is somewhere else, trying to build business, trying to, get more customers, trying to, keep trying to deliver. So I come to office and people who are around will just say, Assalamu alaikum, and I'll say, Walaikum salam, without looking at them. Without, just acknowledging, I just say, Walaikum salam, as normally you do, walk to my office. And then, suddenly I realized that when I come in the morning, people are just getting away from me. They're just moving away from me. They're not coming to me at all. And they're not talking to me until I talk to them. They're not forthcoming to share with me. And I said, this is something not right here. I need them to talk to me. I need them to tell me what to do. Because I need teachers. I don't know everything. I must learn. So this morning I said, okay. So I just walked in the office. The first person was the cleaner. Salam, beta kaise ho? Just give him a big smile. Everybody stops around. This is not the same Salim. I just stopped. Kaise ho beta, theek ho? I just walked. Salam to everybody, smiled, went up. 4, 5, 6 days. Suddenly, everybody's waiting for me in the morning. For me to come in. So I come in, salam everybody, ask everybody how they are, and suddenly the ice is broken. People are coming to talking to me. So they are my teachers. Now I know who to ask. I know what to do. The biggest challenge was and is people management. All the book says, customers are the most important, Khan sir. I've been told every time, customers are the most important. Sorry, I disagree with that. People are more important. Your employees are more important to you. Why? Customers give you money. But you will not get paid until you are delivered. That's the problem. I always say you can get the work. You're a good salesman. You can build, use the word. You can just sell it to the customer. A customer will buy. What are you selling? How do you deliver? Who will deliver? People. They are the one who's going to make sure you achieve your goals. How will that happen? That's the key. When most of my, last 22 years of Netsol, it's all about how individuals have delivered amazing creativity and ideas for Netsol has to reach where we are today. So what do you do with people? First of all, you always make sure you hire the best you can around you. That you have accepted you're not smartest, that's the first step. You are not smartest. You keep saying yourself you're not the smartest. You keep telling yourself you don't have all the knowledge in the world. You keep telling yourself you're not a money guru. You keep telling yourself you're the best salesman. You keep telling yourself you don't know how to handle the people. You do that, then you start accepting others' views. There's a key here. My HR manager came to me one day, it's 6 years back, and we were hiring a very high-profile person at a very high package. So the HR guy was happy. He's come to me, oh, since I have to give you a report on the hiring we were supposed to do, that high profile. All right, tell me what happened. What's happening? Oh, we got him. All right, that's great. Did a good job. So how did it go? Oh, he was asking for 600,000 rupees. I said, all right. But I convinced him to come on 500,000 rupees. So what? Oh, I did that, save 100,000 rupees for the company. I said, all right. Tell me, was he the right guy for the job? Oh, yes, sir, he is. Is it good? Oh, sure, he's good. Is he has got the right skill set? Definitely, sir. Is he, you think he has the future? Oh, definitely, that's why we hired him. I said, then why in the world you will shortchange the guy? I said, look, you have not saved the money. You know what? What will happen? He'll join you because he needs job today. But in his mind, he knows he's been shortchanged. When you know he's the right guy, when you know he's going to be the skill he brings, he will in his mind constantly be unsatisfied with his position. And the moment he gets a position which is paying him 600K or 700K, he's gone. What happens then? You don't save the money to the company, you lost the company money, because whatever period it stays, the company has lost the money. But go back to him. Tell him, we'll pay you what, because always, you give the values to people, people will give you the value back. Do not shortchange people, because I assure you they will shortchange you. Or they will accept the job. Because at that moment, they have the need of the job. The moment they're settled, they will start getting offset and you will lose them. And we have lost people. We have lost good people because we did not acknowledge their minds' needs, what they were expecting to be paid. Let's not do that. That was a lesson to my HR head at that time. And we got him back, we got the person, we got it straight, and it's continued. It was a good hire, a good person. Came a very, very valuable long run. Netsol has this ability to maintain people. We still have the people who joined in 1997. Today, they are still part of Netsol. They're still part of Netsol. Why? Because they are always coming first. They are the one who's going to keep. Customers obviously give us work. I've sold to the customer. But what happened to the delivery? Just recently, I was in China, and we've signed a major contract with a German company. For us, it's huge. And we do the kickoff the project, and I'm sitting with the Germans, and they asked me to say a few words about the project. I said to Francis, Francis, look, everybody gets excited when you sign a contract. Everybody's happy. It's a big day. You sign a big contract. So everybody's excited. Everybody's talking about it. And everybody's just, their eyes are shining, and that they've won a major contract. I'm the only one very quiet, very somber, very quiet. Why? You know why? Because when you sign a contract, you are making a promise. You are making a commitment to a customer who depends upon your software to run his business in the next 5-10 years. It's a big commitment. It's a huge promise. A customer is going to pay a large sum of money for the software because they're paying that amount because they're depending upon that software, piece of software to run their business. Now, that's a major commitment. Now, failure in our business is very high. Failure in IT industry is a very high, very, very high. Look at the history of the mega projects, very high percentage failed. After 2 years, 3 years, they were supposed to last 2 years, they went for 5-6 years, and they were shelved. After spending 100, 200, 300 million, they were shelved. Projects were failed. Companies suffered, people lost jobs. So when a customer decides that Netsol is the vendor, they're trusting, they're putting their faith in me. They're putting these jobs in the hand because they took 2 years. Very interesting. This contract took 2 years for them to sign because they have to go through the complete process of understanding the vendor and the product and see if the vendor has the ability to deliver and vendor has a product which they need, if this product will make sure run in not just today, 5 years and 10 years from now. So they went to a 2-year cycle. They had 5 vendors and they kept deleting the vendors until we were left at the last. They said, okay, we believe Netsol is the one who is the future for us. We will run our business, not just today, but 5 years and 10 years from now, Netsol. What does it mean for me? Oh my God. They're putting their total future business in my hand. What does it mean? Commitment, a promise, a faith. That scares me. That is really scary. You have to deliver. They will not pay you until you deliver. So I said to Sir Francis, look, today, I made a promise to you that we will give you your software in this period of time. Now that for me is a serious commitment. I'm not going to celebrate until the day you go live with our software. Now that will be a day I'll be happy, and then the day I'll be celebrating. If you keep this in mind, now again, why I did promise? I made a promise. How did I have the courage to make a promise? Because I knew I had the people. We had the people who had the ability to deliver the software. It's a mega software. It will take 2 years to deliver. But people. So those people are important. This is why I say, yes, customer is important, but more than that, your people are very important to you. You look after them, they will do anything for you. I was in China, this is a few years back, it's Ramadan. I'm sitting with a bank chairman, Chinese bank chairman, we're having a dinner. And he said to me, Mr. Ghauri, you have very strange people. And strange is not a nice word. I thought it's a negative word. I said, Mr. Chairman, what do you mean strange? Oh, these people, these kids, these come in the morning, whole day, they don't eat anything, they don't drink anything. Ramzan tha. Still they work with the same energy. In the evening, they eat something a little bit and they keep working till very late. And then go back, next day they come back, they don't eat all day again. How do they do that? So this is their passion. And I was pretty proud of the people, our people. These young kids who work in foreign land. How do they do that? Because we look after them. One thing we have done always, take care of your people. You take care of them, they will look after you. They will make sure that what the promise you have made to your customer, that is taken care. It's been a tough journey. Netsol 22 years has been lots of ups and downs and challenges. And those challenges are the one where I realize that my learning has come from every day how I'm going to react and behave every day. What do I do at a certain level? And a group of people around me, we have hired some of the best, some of the smartest, young, they're around 30s, from the best schools of Pakistan. And I have made sure that they are always there to challenge what I say. It's amazing how my group meetings work. All of them will come up and question and challenge what I'm saying. And sometimes I do talk stupidly to make sure they realize that I'm being silly and they can challenge me. And that's the key here of making sure your people are there. See, because if you're not happy to be challenged, then you don't need people. Then it means you're the smartest. It means that you can do everything yourself. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I like that parrot joke because the boss is one which will going to watch and see, not going to do the work with the hand. If the boss is working with the pencil pusher, that boss has a problem. Because what he will do, he'll run everything himself. He'll just keep managing everything himself. He will not let anybody tell him what's right, what's wrong. And that's where we have seen some of the best companies going down because the person on the helm will not accept that he has not the ability to take decisions. We have seen many cases that just last 22 years I've seen companies come and go simply because one individual will not have this ability to accept and acknowledge that he's not able to take all the decisions. He needs people at different level, at different areas to guide him and support him and do that. I have this young man, I won't take his name. He's really pain in the wrong place because he just keep asking questions, he keeps creating questions to me if this goes wrong. And he's annoying. And he's paid a big amount to be annoying, but we like him. Because he's making sure that we are not missing anything, And every meeting, after the meeting's about to end, I say, guys, are you sure we have not missed anything at all? With that guy in the group, I know we have not, because this guy has this meticulous way of making sure he will raise up something which could never happen, but he will raise up, oh, this could happen. Oh, typhoon could hit, so what we do? Oh, yeah, typhoon will hit, Pakistan mein nahi hit karta, but he keeps thinking. And that's the people I like. Because they're the one who keeps making sure that we can look at every aspect of what we're doing to making sure we don't miss anything. Many times you can miss a very small thing and that can hit you really back completely. I made a list of things I wanted to discuss. Just give me a second, make sure I get it. Otherwise, you guys will miss out something good. Oh, he likes my face, he does that. Like technology. Our very first customer on Netsol was in 1996, May 1996 in Thailand. Do you know? They're still our customer. 22 years, they're still our customer. Simple answer. We provide them quality service like day one every day. Every day we provide them service, same service every day, every day. There's a German company. So this German CIO, same project, came to Lahore. This is 1997. And we worked with him and we reviewed the project. And so I'm driving back to the hotel, this hotel, I'm bringing back from defense. And he said to me, Salim, why your people are so defensive? His name was Gerhard Unger. Very serious guy, he will not smile. I said, Gerhard, how do you mean? He says, Salim, the moment I question, they just jump and start saying things, they won't even listen to me. They just react to anything I'm saying about the project. They start, oh no, sir, this is not happened. That's the biggest lesson of my life. This is 1997. I've learned to listen. I listen. I don't speak when somebody's talking. I make sure until other side has completed whatever they're trying to tell me, and until I've digested, tell me, I will not speak back. In Australia, this project, a big project, delivered, but customer was not happy. Constantly, there were complaints coming from the customer. Constantly, software had bugs and issues, and constantly customer. So my Sydney office was getting really desperate and frustrated. So I said, look, I'm coming. Tell the customer that we'll have a meeting at my level. So I arrived in Sydney. The customer was in Melbourne. I sat with my team, said, all right, tell me what's going on. I said, sir, customer is doing this, customer is doing that, customer is not right, customer is really, really putting everything on us. I said, all right. I said to my team, you're coming with me. When we're in the meeting, just make sure you guys do not react to anything customer says. Just let me handle the meeting. Just let me take care of the customer. But sir, they will tell you things which are not true. I say, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Let them. You have to make sure you don't say a single word until I start, talking, until I tell you to contribute. So that's what happened. We went to the meeting, and the customer had 5 people, and they had a huge presentation. They were really ready to really kill me. They were just ready to just pulverize Salim Ghauri because they was all right. So they started. Salim, this is wrong. And my first one, oh my God, you're right. That's bad. You're right. This is not acceptable at this level. We did that. Oh, all right. So we kept going, and I kept agreeing. For 40 minutes, kept doing. I kept saying, oh, this is bad. You're right, this is bad. So much so that he got frustrated because not at his juncture, I said to him, okay, wait, you're wrong, you're lying. 40 minutes, his presentation over. So, right, yeah, I said to him, this is not acceptable. Start talking to my team, said, guys, what have we done? Let's look back. Let's look what happened. I said, all right, can we go back to the slide? Then I started going back to the slide and start narrating the actual what happened. You know what happened? The 40 minutes after I left, they were totally reversed the role. Customer accepted that they had the problem too. So what did we do? We didn't defend. We just made sure we listened to the customer, and then we were able to take back to the customer. And that's again a lesson for myself and for the team. How do you deal with your customer? You do not just jump every time customer says this is wrong. Just take it, all right, let's look into it. How it is wrong. You don't say it is right. You never say it is right. You say, all right, let's see how it is wrong. Always I say, tell me how it is wrong. It's not that it is not right. Yeah, it is not right. Let's see. In most cases, it turns around that it was not wrong. What's life about? We work very hard. And for 39 years, I've been working extremely hard. What is it worth? Every time I set up a goal, I achieved it, but I want more. I would just add to my goal, and then I start again. And then I achieve that goal, and then I want more. What is it? Where will I stop to really enjoy whatever small or big I'm able to achieve? When? There's no end to it. Because it's ongoing. It just never stops. You just keep want more. You just keep want to add. You just want to get bigger. You want to, it's not just about money. You want to just feel good about achieving. Is it really that important? Is it that you keep achieving? What happens to the life around you? What happens to you? Do you know when was your child's birthday, or when we were supposed to go to your child's school? Do you know when they were waiting for you to help them with the homework? You don't remember those days and nights. You don't. Because you're so into yourself because you want to achieve. You just want to keep going, and you go to the level where, and you still will not be happy. I can assure you that you will not be happy. Because there's no end to it. So what do? How do you decide when there's enough? When you need to step back and just cherish and enjoy whatever God has given you. It doesn't matter. It's very difficult to put a value to what you want. I can't put a value to where one can be. But I realized in the last few years that no, somewhere in my life I must take a breather. I must really, whatever I've got, just enjoy that. Just feel it. And I believe that we all have to do that. We have to revisit our life. We have to really look every aspect, every goal we want to put to us, because there's no end to goals. Goals will always be there. There will always be something you want to do. There will always something you want to achieve. There will always something you want to add, because it makes you feel good. It makes you feel really good. Come on. That's a wrong goodness to me. There's other goodness around you which you need to do. We lose our health. We just, the biggest problem is the stress. What I've realized over the years, the biggest health risk we take is through stress. And how do you get the stress? Because you are putting a second goal. Somebody asked me, why can't you add more into your portfolio? You can do that. I said, why? But you can do this. You can get this. I said, but why? Why do you need that? I've done this, we achieved this, we're here. Let's enjoy what we've got. Why do I need to add more in my basket to keep, worrying about, why don't you buy that? I don't want to buy that. Because that will again, so every evening I'm just calculating then what that business done to me. I don't want to do that anymore. Because every time I get people with suggestion, start that business, buy that business. No, I don't want to do that. Give me stress. The last thing I want have stress on me, because that is not worth living then. I've seen people really crumble simply because they could not handle the stress. I'm a really, fitness freak, I would say that. And I started that 5 years ago. 5, 6 years ago, I decided enough is enough. I'm going to really try to look after myself. I will just try to see if I can manage. Nobody knows how long you live. That's not important. But how you live, what's quality of your life, that's in my hand. I'll try to make sure that I look after my physical self. I want to make sure that, that keeps me healthy and fit. And it's amazing, every morning I'm up 6 in the morning and I go to gym. I have a home gym, I have a trainer. And that 1 hour and 10 minutes are the best of my life. Really go hard on the machines and that. And then the whole day is amazing. I'm energetic, I'm happier, I'm very positive because of that 1 hour I've spent in the morning. Do you do that? How many of us do that in the morning? Can I see hands? MashaAllah. Few hands. Few do. But most don't. Please, I beg you to start looking at yourself. Do that today. Your tomorrow will be better, because if you ignore yourself, you will not be a happy soul in 5, 10, 15 years. Nobody knows what happens. At least you will not be guilty that you have not looked after yourself. I think that's the message I want to leave today is, beside all what we have achieved, are we happy? This young boy, I was doing this session in a UAT other day, and the young boy asked me, Salim Sahab, can you please advise me? What should I take as a profession? I say, wrong question. Nobody can advise you what you're supposed to do. You do what makes you happy, and this is where Mark's son comes in. Literally I said to him, if you like food, be a chef. You won't believe me, but I said that. If you like food, be a chef. If you like to drive cars, be a cream driver. Do what keeps you happy, what makes you happy, do that. Don't do what I tell you, don't do what others tell you, because that won't make you happy. Very few people are lucky that they do what makes them happy. Others are not. Others just do it. They live their life. They wake up in the morning and they just go through the cycle of life, and they go to sleep and they go around every morning. Don't live like that. Don't. It's not worth it. Do whatever makes you happy, and do make sure that you're kind to yourself. I call it kindness to yourself. Yes, we are good to others, but are we good to ourselves? Most of us are not. We're so hell-bent to not look after self. Please change that, and otherwise, I don't know what happens next. But I can tell you that I have more energy every morning once I've gone through my physical exercises. Oh, I can keep going. I have so many stories to tell you, but I believe that, how much time do you have? This guy asked me, again, one of the interviews, you were living in Australia. Why did you come back? What's the reason you will come back to Pakistan? I said, okay. Good question. Why? Because, yes, Australia has a very good life. I lived a good life, I'm professional, I make enough money, car, family, friends, every day, fine, nothing, no stress at all. But that was just me living. I was just living my life. I was not good for anyone. I didn't mean to anyone at all. I didn't do anything which would change anybody's life. And that just made me to say, what can I do which can change lives? What can I do which will affect others? So I said, Beta, this is what brought me back to Pakistan. I had no idea if Netsol will work out or if this will really become something big. I had no idea. I had no, at least, any iota of, feel of what could be done, what could be achieved 22 years ago. Nevertheless, I did come back. And I just believe, in my heart, it's all about our intent. जब भी आपको अच्छी नियत करते हैं, whatever it is, I'm a believer that अच्छी नियत सिर्फ करने ही से आपको अल्लाह ताला खुश होता है, और बुरी नियत करने से जब तक आप करेंगे नहीं आपको गुनाह नहीं होगा. I'm a believer of that. So whenever you have this good intent for something you want to do, I assure you that nature will come around and support you. For 22 years of Netsol, there's so many stories of miracles happening on how companies survived over the period. I just believed it was all to do with what we wanted to do for others around Netsol, and that really works out in your mind. You have to think about it always. Always think about, with your actions, what you do, does it affect others? Does it do for any way? Does it take care of anybody else? You do that, you see how nature will help you, how nature will come and support you. And I have seen so many times that things have gone so bad, so wrong, and somehow they worked out simply because we kept saying, oh my God, if this doesn't work, how many people will lose their jobs? How many will people go out? And so we have to go back and fight. We have to keep going and trying to make sure we survive, we don't die. And that's what happened. We went back and we continued. Alhamdulillah, things turned around. So I believe that there's a big, in your, whatever success you call, it's of your niyat and your intent. You keep your intent good, nature will be behind you, nature will support you, and nature will really push you or continue what you're doing. A lot of things in Pakistan, go around. Everybody keeps saying, this wrong and that wrong. And I just keep telling people, an entrepreneur does not look around, you just focus on what they want to do. Because always there'll be issues around you, always there'll be problems, always the things people will pulling you around. Now, entrepreneur does not. Entrepreneur works with very small resources, very limited network, and really built whatever it is. You're not an entrepreneur if you have a lot of money. You're not an entrepreneur if you have a big group supporting you. You're not an entrepreneur if you have got so much to support you. Entrepreneurs are one who are just building something from very meager resources and a meager group of people. They're the one who build, and they, to me, are the one who are going to change Pakistan. Today, in fact, a young boy came to my office, a 14-year-old, He's a 14-year-old, class 9, and he's a motivational speaker, if you believe me. And he's lecturing people of my age about life, and I was watching him, and he came with his father, and he said, "Sir, for example, I said, oh, Sim Saab, I wanted him to meet you because you're his idol." I said, "Well, I'm his idol, but he was telling, this boy was really telling me amazing things about what he's doing at the age of 14. He says, I'm an entrepreneur. I said, can you define the entrepreneurship to me? And he was able to define me very well. And I was totally taken aback. This boy is now talking about things he's doing. He's building systems in a way where he will offer services to the people at that age. And he's a motivational speaker, and he's ahead of age. Amazing. Amazing young boy. Pakistan has a lot of talent. Pakistan has got amazing wealth of people in it. And I'm sure there'll be questions coming up later on. But I can assure you, my own belief on Pakistan is based on one thing: youth and the new generation coming through, because I deal with them all the time. I'm really interacting a lot. I do a lot of schools and do sessions. And I'm really totally believer and a person in that, optimism is there. Pakistan has a good future simply because our next generation will do the better things. Sir, I'll just stop here. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause. Yes, give a round of applause.